All right. With that, I'm going to turn our remarks and the rest of our time over to Morgan Guest that you've heard a lot about. She is a 12-year-old, very, very soon to be 13, from Long Oak Middle. And I would just say that her family, I know Susan and Craig, they have raised just an exceptional daughter. And so with that, we all want to adopt her, by the way. So with that, Morgan.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your service and thank you for your commitment to the students of Kentucky. I'm honored to be with you. I want to recognize my Paducah representatives who serve on this committee, Senator Danny Carroll and Representative Gerald Watkins. I especially want to thank Representative Graham, Senator Wilson, Representative Bunch, Representative Smart, Senator Carpenter, and Senator Ridley. They've become my mentors and my friends. I'm here today to share my story and to ask for your help. 4 years ago, when I was just 8 years old, I was being bullied by a classmate. She pulled my hair, she pinched me, she hit me, but worst of all, she isolated me from my friends. I experienced stomach spasms, panic attacks, and was diagnosed as clinically depressed. I took antidepressants for nearly a year. My test scores dropped, and I was afraid to go to school. They believed me. My parents, they believed me, and they fought for me. It wasn't easy, and fear got in the way of a lot of people who could have helped me. My story has a happy ending, but I'm here today for those families who didn't have happy endings. I'm here for 12-year-old Reagan Carter of Bardstown. She overdosed on cough medicine and died on December 23rd of last year. I'm here for Doug Bates. Doug attended my church in Paducah, and he shot himself 2 years ago on Thanksgiving weekend. I'm here for the Kentucky kids who are suffering in silence right now. Like me, they didn't tell anyone for the fear that the bullying would get worse. I'm here for the students who want to stand up for those who are being bullied, but they don't know how. I am here as a Kentuckian who believes that the people in our state can do anything. I'm proud to live in the state because I know we set the standard and we lead the way for other states to follow. We believe we need a definition that every Kentuckian understands and that every school uses. We need to recognize bullying for what it is, which is a public health issue. It affects all of us. It happens everywhere, and it impacts the quality of life for every Kentucky citizen. We must create kind cultures that focus on empathy, on valuing diversity, and on leadership. We need Kentucky schools to welcome parents as partners and in the room when they question their kids. Some aren't, and this practice discourages kids from asking for help and puts already fragile children at risk. I ask that you support an agency, a person, or a group to make sure we march forward and stay committed to doing better and to being better. We need someone, independent of schools, to hear the voices of bullied Kentucky kids. 4 years ago, my parents gave me a choice. I could ignore what happened, I could blame others, or I could be a part of the solution. They helped me believe that I could be part of a positive change, and I have been. I have learned that I have a voice, and I can use it for good. I have learned that I can stand up for myself, and I can stand up for others. I'm asking you to join me, to join Kentucky students, and to join the members of the Kentucky Youth Bullying Task Force. We need to lift up all of our voices. We can change the culture of bullying. It starts today, with me and with you. If we can change attitudes and behaviors with drinking and driving, and with smoking, we can certainly change attitudes and behaviors as it relates to bullying. I will forever be grateful to Governor Beshear for appointing this task force and for giving me the opportunity to make a difference. As we head into a new year and a new administration, I ask that you and Governor-elect Bevin continue our work. I know you are faced with many worthy efforts today and every day. I ask that you stand with me in being a part of the solution. I'm counting on you. All Kentucky kids are. Thank you.
Excellent job, Morgan. And I want to take this opportunity to thank your parents for allowing you and for encouraging you to step forward to help to try to solve this critical need in terms of fighting bullying, not only within the public school systems, but within society as a whole. And so I applaud your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Guest, for encouraging her and basically giving her the opportunity to step forth and to explain her situation, but most importantly, to thank Morgan for coming forth and having the will to testify before this committee, but also to tell the state from Paducah to Ashland and all points in between, from your experience and relating those experiences of those who, as you said, were not able to overcome the adversities and the troubling aspects of bullying. So thank you so much for coming forth and doing this. And with that, we open it up for questions. And I do believe, Representative Belcher, you have a question.
I want to add my congratulations to you because, in my opinion, students can't learn if they're being bullied, and we need to stop this. I have a question, though, for the other two ladies. You know, more and more we're hearing bullying coming from students to teachers. Has this report addressed anything at all about that?
I really don't think that we got into it. We really talked, because of the focus on youth, it was more student to student, and how communities can become engaged in helping to create, a much more culturally positive environment for all to grow. But we really didn't, I do not recall that piece of it being discussed, actually.
It was more around students.
Well, I would like to encourage maybe that conversation, because not only does it affect the teacher who's being bullied, but it affects the students who are in the classroom.
Absolutely.
So if there's a way that we can address that, I think that's a culture thing too. And, you know, in my opinion, students aren't going to learn if teachers can't teach.
That's true.
But again, thank you all for your work.
Thank you, Representative Belcher. Senator Adams.
Thank you very much. Your testimony was very compelling, and the Ulvaeus bullying program is what my son's school implemented, and they really made a concerted effort to start that. And they would even have one day a week they would wear their Bully Buster T-shirts and all of that. And what I saw over the course of the implementation of that particular program at my son's school was that the younger kids bought in. And then that's, I think, where we need to really capture them, is as early on as possible. Some of the older kids were like, you know, whatever, this is not that great. But those younger ones that we captured, and as each year progresses, it really makes a big difference. And so I applaud you for your courage, and I do think that this is an important thing for us to pursue.
Thanks, Senator.
Any other questions? I have Senator Wilson.
Thank you, Chairman, and I apologize I was a little late getting here, but I just want to add my congratulations to Morgan. You know, it takes a lot of courage at your age to stand up for being that individual who sounds the alarm and says, this is wrong, this needs to stop. And, you know, it puts you among a great company of people. William Wilberforce is one who was in England, and his voice, you know, echoed in the chambers there for years to get rid of the slave trade. Things start with one person, and that one person coalesces a movement. And so I just want to congratulate you because of what you've done. And I'll tell you what, I think that we are in danger of having you in the General Assembly here before long. So thank you so much for the opportunity to serve with you, and appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, not too soon there.
Senator Carroll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Morgan, it's been a pleasure to watch you mature through this process. And, I've known your mother for many years now, and obviously not your father as closely. But watching the support that they have given you through all of this, and, it's what parenting is all about. It's what family is all about. And you have set an example for just every student in our district to go by. And I commend you for that. My question for you is this. How has this journey impacted you? How have you changed as a person through this?
Well, when I first started, I didn't really know a whole lot, and it's really just opened my eyes to it is happening everywhere in every way, and I just every day more and more I want to make a bigger difference.